Reet. Greetings! So, I thought while I was taking the scenic route, and to be honest I'm going a little slow because I've never actually ridden down here before, but I thought I'd take the opportunity to have a little chat to you, give it a little bit of an update. So, as you can probably tell, the board is now working. Yeah, board's now working. Gear drive is fixed. It's running nice and smooth. I'll put a picture up with all the broken bits that came out of it. For those who don't know, the long and short of it is I didn't do enough maintenance on the board. The bearings rusted. The bearings then exploded. Damaged one of the gear drives. So yeah, so it's been out of commission for about a month because there's another issue which I'll get to in a bit, but that's to do with me, not the board. But yeah, the board's back working. It's got new bearings in the gear drive and in the motors. I've got more bearings waiting to go into the wheels, so that's a tree stump and a half. So pretty soon it's going to be new bearings all around. Let's let these guys past. Yeah, new bearings all around. It's nice and smooth. It's nice and quiet. I actually think it's smoother and quieter than what I heard it before. So hang on. If I stick the camera back down there, you can probably most of that is tyre noise, and you're probably getting some wind off the microphone that's on the camera because that's not the best one. But yeah, so that's where we're at with the board. It's fixed. I do need to say a big thanks to ESK8. They sent me the replacement gears that I needed. You'll see in that video before. I might actually post up another one. Yeah, I will. I'll post up the small gear drive was chewed to bits, and then the second gear, the big one, that had a big gouge missing out of one of the teeth, so it would have worked, but it was a bit chewed up. Yeah, so I mean, they sent me that. They didn't have to, you know. It was entirely my fault. But they were very good. They stepped up. They sent me the bits that I needed. Well, most of them anyway. They only sent me the bearings for one gear drive, but I'm not going to pick issue with that. It's, you know, it was cheap enough to get the bearings locally and get them done. Yeah, so that's it really. I mean, I had lots of extra help from online forums and Facebook groups and stuff like that, so lots and lots of people to thank for helping me identify the problem, give me solutions to problems, helping me figure out the best way to do stuff, because now I know for future reference. If you have a quick look down there, you'll notice I've already had to deploy my spare tyre. So I think I picked up a slow puncher yesterday, which to be honest I'm not surprised. Some of the places I was riding, I'm really not surprised. So I've just put the spare tyre on, so hopefully I won't pick up another puncher today. I do have a spare inner tube with me just in case, but that takes a little longer than it does just to whip the wheel off and pop that one on. That's what I keep that spare tyre for. So we're back down to naked board today. Actually, so I am going to go do a little bit of a loop. I'm going to go this way because it will give me a little bit of a more chance to talk to you guys. So the other issue is I have had a second collapsed lung, second as in 2. So the first one I had back end of April. It's middle of July now at the minute, so not that long ago. So I woke up one day, went to go walk the dog out, was out of breath, I'm guessing this doggo belongs to this guy up ahead. He's way behind. Hello, doggo. Right, yeah, I'm getting sidetracked. What was I saying? Ooh, Shebas. Yeah, what was I saying? Yes, right. So I had my first collapsed lung back in April. Woke up one day, went to go walk the dog. Why am I out of breath? That was a bit weird. Carried on for a couple of days. I'm thinking maybe I've got a chest infection and just don't have, and just don't have like the cold and the cough and everything with it. So anyway, got to the end of the week and I was like, right, if it's not better by Monday, I'll go and see the doctor. So wasn't still the same on Monday. So I went in, saw the doctor. She had a quick listen to my chest and went, right, you're going round and having a chest x-ray. When? Now. So walk into A&E, the x-ray my lung and they go, yeah, you do realise you've got a collapsed lung? And I'm like, huh? So that was fun. So usual procedure for dealing with a chest drain, dealing with a collapsed lung, chest drain in, drain all the air out, put me on oxygen for a couple of days, reinflate the lung. I was in hospital for like 4 days, off work for 2 weeks, and then back again. So yeah, that was that. Not a fun experience. Was now between then and 2 weeks ago, I had the CT scan. So, and I was literally waiting for the results for that last week. I was supposed to go in on the Wednesday. However, Saturday afternoon, I'm getting out of breath again. And I thought, oh, I'm not going into A&E on a Saturday night. No chance. So, I thought, right, I'll get a good night's sleep. Where's this dog? Oh, he's there. Yeah, I thought, I'll get a good night's sleep. I'll walk the dog in the morning so he's been walked. I'll make sure I've got a bag with me that's got like a couple of days worth of stuff in. Blah blah blah. I walk into A&E, yeah, another collapsed lung. Straight in, another chest drain going in. Now the first one was a breeze to get in compared to this one. The first one didn't go in properly. For those who know, the wire got kinked on the way in, so wherever that is, so it just didn't go in properly. It didn't work. So it wasn't. What was the term they used? It wasn't swinging. So yeah, that was. I'm presuming that's the air was coming out of it and swinging back, because it works like the trap in a toilet, as far as I can understand. That the water, the air comes out and then the water stops the air from going back in. So that was that. So they were like, right, well, we need to get a chest drain in. So now they had a locum thoracic doctor stroke medic in actually at the time. So they asked him to do it, but he was in a bit of a rush because he was just finishing his shift. So he very quickly got through it, and then lo and behold, he hit problems as well. So because he wasn't familiar with the kits that hospital used. So, and by this time, all the local anaesthetics wearing off, and I'd had no other pain relief. The first time round, I had a cannula in with some morphine pumped into it, so that worked quite well. Second time round, none of that. So by the time they got to the point where they were trying to widen the hole to get the tube in, the local anaesthetic had worn off completely. So by that time, I was in a lot of pain. So yeah, not the best. So I was in a lot of pain with that one. Then it was hard to. I compare it to if you've either really badly bruised or even broken a rib. It was that amount of pain where even just breathing hurts. I couldn't take deep breaths. I could only do these little shallow things, which wasn't helping because I needed to reinflate my lung. So yeah. And then on top of all that, this, I don't even want to call it a woman, this thing came in. Well, I say came in, she was dragged in by 7 police officers, and she proceeded to spend the next 2 hours shouting and screaming and swearing. She had a spit hood on because she was trying to spit and bite the coppers. Oh, it was a nightmare. So, I mean, they closed the curtain, but, when they're shouting and screaming and all that kind of stuff, it doesn't really make much difference. Luckily, I got moved then to, the side ward. So, and then a couple of hours later after that, they wheeled her through and put her in the room that was right next to me, and I was like, oh my god, do I seriously have to put up with that? But luckily, about half an hour after that, I was moved up to the actual respiratory ward. So, I mean, by this point she was heavily sedated, so I don't know if they actually did give him any more trouble. So yeah, so that was fun. So anyway, that was the tale of what happened. Now on to the tale of why it's happened. Well, He didn't look too happy. Weird. Right. Right, as it turns out, I have a condition called emphysema, which basically is lots of little air sacs in your lungs, scarred and burst. That lets all the air out. The air leaks into the cavity between your lung and your chest wall, stays there, your lung deflates because it's got no air in it, and then it can't re-inflate because the air pressure from the air that was in your lung is now stopping it from re-inflating. So I have that kind of scar tissue all over my lungs, both sides, completely covered in it. What else? I also have something called bulia. I think I'm saying that right. It's basically a heavily condensed area of this. It's about 3 by 8 by 3, so sort of matchbox size but a little bit bigger, and it's in a section of lung right next to my heart. So no, that's probably not the best place for it, but so what's happening next? Well, I have an appointment tomorrow with the surgery team at Broad Green in Liverpool. So it is apparently one of the best, if not the best, heart and lung hospitals in the UK. So I should be in safe hands. Oh, I've got a beastie on me. Well, while I'm here, by the way, that is Warrington Town FC Football Club. For those of you that didn't know. Right, yeah, what was we saying? Yeah, so I'm going there tomorrow to speak to the surgical team. Oh, we got a fellow e-skater. Now, it's not often you see many of them. I wonder if that's the same guy that had the Tramper. I didn't see what it looked like an Evolve that he was on. It looked like an Evolve. Anyway, enough talking about that. Let's talk about me. Yeah, so as far as I can figure out, I'm definitely going to have a procedure, see if I can get this right, called a pleurodesis, which is basically they're going to stick my lung to my chest wall. Now, it sounds easy, but apparently they do it by putting another chest drain in and then putting a bunch of chemicals in that irritates both. Oh, smell of paint, man. It's yeah, they put some chemicals in and that irritates both the lung and the chest wall. And then that makes them stick together, because apparently when they get irritated they get sticky. So I'm actually going to stop for a minute here. because I'm just debating which way do I want to go. Do I want to go over there, carry on through that way, or do I want to go around the other way? I don't know. I'm trying to debate that. But yeah, that's, I think, is going to happen regardless, because it'll stop me having collapsed lung, which is obviously an issue. So, because I don't really want to have more chest drains put in. Then the other thing that they might be thinking about is a pleurodectomy, where basically removing that bit of lung that's got all the big load of air sacs in that are bursting, because that's probably the bit that's causing all the problems. I mean, the problem with emphysema is there's no cure. You know, I've got this condition for life now, so I just have to learn to I just have to deal with it now. So, but we'll see what the doctors say. So they know sort of what they're doing. So yeah, that's pretty much update done. You know, both board and me. Although I'm just gonna go enjoy the rest of the ride for the day, because to be honest, I don't know when I'm going to get a chance to do this again. So I'm going to put some music on because I want to enjoy my ride.